guy. I think he'd be a natural. Okay. You're looking live at the campus of Jesuit High School as Game On Sports is proud to bring you coverage of Texas Lacrosse T99 Showcase. Hello, everyone. I'm Miles Dunklin, joined by Blake Buell, recent graduate of Jesuit and current freshman. It's going to be a sophomore, right?
Yes, sir.
At Rollins College.
Go Tars.
And Blake, happy to have you here with us. And exciting action here this weekend, and really great tournament, really great showcase overall. We just had an early goal there from Garrett Mize, but otherwise you haven't missed just a whole lot here in the first couple minutes. But you know, Blake, this is an opportunity, the last opportunity of this weekend for these guys to show over 100 Division I teams exactly what they got.
It is a great opportunity. There's so many coaches from all divisions, and it's a great spot for all the Texas kids to show their skills and how well they can do in a good competition.
Opportunity for a lot of different guys to play with it, a lot of different players, different coaching staff, mix it up during the week and kind of see how they can adjust on the fly a little bit. And Blake, one thing I've been impressed with is the continuity that these guys seem to be playing with out there. You know, it doesn't seem to be like a whole lot of plays where people aren't on the same page. It looks like these guys have been playing together for a while.
I think it's just their skill. They read the game like they know how to and just reacting to the play by play and making plays all day. That's what they do.
We got another red and white matchup here today. Got Prescott King in the goal for the white team, and they are moving right to left. The red team moving left to right. And that's Parker Brown that's in goal for them right now, as that's the first stop that we've seen so far by Prescott King of ESD. And Blake, as you know, this Dallas area, and particularly the state of Texas, really heating up. Dallas has been there now for a couple of years, but you know, the rest of this state is really blossoming into a lacrosse powerhouse.
It's growing fast, really fast. It's awesome.
How much difference have you seen in the 4 or 5 years that you've been on the varsity scene around here? Not necessarily from Dallas, Jesuit, Highland Park, ESD. Those teams have always been loaded. Going back almost a decade now. But as another goal there, nice shot by the white team. They're now up 2-0, and I believe that was 2:58 there. 2:28, Marshall Ellison. But what's the difference that you've seen in teams from the Houston, Austin, San Antonio areas really improving over that time?
Well, like you said, the Dallas competition for the last couple of years has always been great. But the teams like Woodlands and Kincaid and the Houston and Austin area kids, their skill levels and IQ has grown a lot in the last 5 years. And I think the biggest difference we're seeing is the kids from those schools getting the big opportunities to go play at the next level. That wasn't really a thing here in Texas until the last couple of years.
A face-off won there by number 174, Christian DeAngelis. Couple of face-off men on the red team. Luke Leffingwell, the Fogo here for the white. And a nice stop there in goal by Prescott King. He's definitely been one of the more impressive players on the field so far today. And I want to talk with Jesuits head coach, or Jesuits coach Carl Sprock. He definitely circled Prescott King as one of the players to watch here today. Get a chance to see William Moran in the second half. He's already committed to Hofstra out of Jesuit. And Blake, a lot of Jesuit guys out there today.
Yes. Coach Tran does a great job with the program, taking them from as young as he can get them and really developing them as players and as people as he coaches them.
It's number 216, Erickson, getting it down deep. And another nice save there by the red team. That's Parker Brown of Kincaid. So more of that Houston talent coming through here. See if they can get the outlet up ahead. They do. That's red number 107, Freilich of Regents in Austin. A couple of Austin guys here on this roster today. It's number 235 getting it deep. Peter Buell, you know a little bit about that guy.
Just a little bit, I'd say.
You live in the same house with him, so some of you know that guy a little bit. One of the many Jesuit guys in this attacking and midfield core. Another shot on goal. Another save in there by Prescott King. And finally, it's poked out. Red going to pick it up here and have another shot. After a lot of guys had bailed down the field. And Prescott King making another save. And he should have this ground ball uncontested. He finally does. Boy, he has looked really good here in the opening minutes.
He really has. He's a solid player. He always has been. But he's really come into his own body and become a really phenomenal goalie at the high school level. He makes a big difference for that ESD team during the spring season.
It was number 170 there, Jonathan Taylor of St. Mark's getting it out, but Red's going to take over once again here as they get it across midfield. That was big number 176, Jacob Jackson. And he's definitely coming to his body there, a 2019 prospect, but that's a guy that kind of jumps out to you out there physically. It's number 212 here, David Sprock. Continuing a tradition at Jesuit, behind the back pass, fancy look over to Jackson, who scores. Unbelievable shot there by the red team, and how about the setup? A couple of Jesuit guys combining on that goal.
That was amazing. Those two have played together this year and keep it going in the All-Star game at T99.
Okay, now Blake, I got to ask, was that pass intended for Jackson?
I think at the skill level that David Sprock plays, I think it was indeed. I think if he was going for the shot, it would have been on goal.
Oh, I definitely think it was a pass. There was a lot of traffic, though, but it seemed to find its way right into the webbing there for Jackson, right into, you know, kind of the shooter's pocket there, and was able to fire that off without any delay. That's about as spectacular a goal as you'll see in this kind of event.
I would agree. That was pretty
cool. As a Highland Park guy, it makes me cringe a little bit to see Jesuit there combining, but that was outstanding to make it 2-1 here as Red gets on the board. Another face-off here. That's 174. DeAngelis winning it once again for the red team. And he's going to take it himself all the way across. As they set up their offense once again. Awkward pass out in front of Prescott King. He couldn't quite control it. And it's now picked up over here on the near side by number 235. And that is Peter Buell. Another save there by Prescott King. That was on number 110.
I know it's an all-star game, but if it was a real game, he'd be making the difference right now.
And talk about this kind of event. I mean, there's coaches all over here over the sideline. And if you're a guy like Prescott King playing the ESD, you're probably going to be seeing, you know, throughout the year, certainly as it was the case, you know, for you playing at Jesuit, with so much other talent out there, you know, you guys are going to be seen. But an event like this to really be able to stand out is huge.
I would agree. And what's really cool about this event is most of these players, and the cool thing, most of these coaches come back to this event each and every year. So the coaches that don't get to see them play during the fall and the spring get to see how they developed over the summers. Each and every summer they come back and watch that same player.
And like you said, that can be really important to develop, you know, relationships. Ultimately, this is a game that's you know, built on relationships. As another goal there for the white team. Blake, you might have to help me out on the number there.
I'm trying. It looks like maybe 135. Ty Batsyong.
Batsyong from Lake Travis. So the Austin product finds the back of the net. So that makes it 3-1 white here in the early going. So we've seen Garrett Mize, Batsyong. I believe Mize might have been in on that last score on the assist. And once again, number 174, DeAngelis, doing a great job on that face-off, but the ground ball is going to be picked up here by the white team. Headed the other way. That's number 160 with the bouncer. Just a little bit too high. That was Connor Owen of Keller, their up-and-coming program. Number 258 out top.
Oh, here comes the
Luke McAdams of the Woodlands, and here comes the fast break for Red. McAdams giving chase there. Dotting the I out in front, and it's Buell paying it off. That had to be a little bit of fun there for you, Blake. But how about the ball movement from guys that don't play together all the time?
That was awesome. I mean, like I said, I think it's just reacting in the moment. All these kids have talent. They're good players, and I think they're just reacting and making plays in front of these college coaches.
And tell me exactly how much pressure there is for guys like this, because a lot of these guys aren't necessarily the blue chip guys that have been recruited, since 8th grade, freshman year, whatever it might be. They're more kind of on the fringe, looking for that opportunity. Is there a lot of pressure for these guys out there, or hey, I'm in the All-Star game out here, I'm just going to go out there and have fun? As
a player who once played T99 and made the All-Star game a couple of times, there definitely is a pressure. But I mean, you're competing in front of these coaches, so you just got to kind of forget and play your game and let your natural ability take control and show what you can do.
And there's Buell there once again on the wing. And anybody that's been familiar with the Dallas lacrosse scene would know that name, Buell. Not only the young man next to me, Blake here, but your cousin Chris Buell played at Highland Park, went on to now playing at the Air Force Academy. And there is the latest of the bunch. And that was Peter scoring the last goal. This is number 199, Evan Demerson from the Houston area. And with 1:34 left here in the first half, Blake, does it look like they want to be a little more methodical here and maybe get the last shot of the first half?
That's definitely an option. In a game like this, though, I feel like any amount of reps as quick as possible to get the most looks is the best way to go. And look, there's another goal.
That was Trey Hewland of the red team right there out of Reagan, San Antonio. So that'll even things up at 3-3. And if you're a spectator here, you're definitely enjoying this competition. This is a very competitive game, very well played. Of course, they're not going to call a whole lot of penalties, but there haven't been, I feel like, a whole lot of egregious calls to make. And, for the short amount of time they have to get ready, these guys are in fine form.
I would agree. They definitely have let some of the pushes and holds go, but I think that's good, especially in this kind of situation.
Another scrum for the face-off here as Luke Leffingwell and Christian DeAngelis tussle for it. It's going to be won here by White and Luke Leffingwell out of South Lake Carroll. In behind the net here, looking to make a move, tried to fling it out top. It's going to go all the way back to midfield, get past midfield. Couple of long sticks fighting for it here. 8 seconds left here in the first half. There's Peter Buell with it. 5 seconds left. They need to get a shot off. Buell harassed by multiple defenders. He goes down. Flag comes out. They're going to actually call that one. And let's see if they enforce it in the second half, because that will do it for your first half of play. And Blake, like we said, a real competitive, fun ball game there in the first half.
Absolutely. It's moving fast. Almost looks like a college level type speed game. It's good for these kids, especially to get to play with kids who have so much talent on the same field at one time. So I think these kids should really take advantage of this opportunity and work their hardest. I know it's been a long and hot couple of days, but they're pushing through and giving these coaches and these fans a good show.
Also a lot of these guys just finished their whole season. So we just finished the spring lacrosse season. So if it looks like these guys are in mid-season form, it's because they are here.
Absolutely.
So if anything, they're probably a little bit burnt out on lacrosse right now, and this might be after this Sunday afternoon, maybe go home and get a nice bath in, and then maybe not think about lacrosse for a little while after that. But
hibernate for a couple of days.
But so many of these guys are just lovers of this game and probably going to sleep with that lacrosse steak in their bed every night.
That's why they're out here.
Exactly. I'd like to remind everyone that T99 is powered by Under Armour. T99 Lacrosse. Visit T99lax.com or find us on Twitter at T99lax. 16 years in the state of Texas, 104 college coaches this year in attendance, and 33 of those are Division I. That's an impressive number right there, to be able to get 104 different universities here represented at this event.
Absolutely. Coach Duran, Coach Wellner, and Coach Byrne, and the whole lacrosse network, they do a great job of getting all these coaches down here, and it's really, truly a one-of-a-kind opportunity to have this many college coaches in Texas at one event watching these young kids play.
The other thing that's interesting about it, it's everyone from Texas A&M down there, a club team, to Duke and North Carolina and the best of the best, and
yes,
a wide variety of academic powers as well, as you have the Ivy League represented here, and really a cool event overall.
Absolutely, touching on all divisions and all aspects of academics as well.
What was it like being able to play in this event and getting interaction with that many different coaching staffs in 1 week?
It's a funny question because I come back and I played in it for 5 years, and now I'm helping work the camp, and I know half these coaches by name, and they call me Mr. Buell, and it's nice. It's really cool how this event gives me the chance to create a relationship with these college coaches, and that helped me in my recruiting process. Absolutely, I could go to a lot of these coaches for help, and they absolutely did answer my questions, and I'm sure a lot of the kids out there have the same relationships that I did back in the day.
Especially, like you said, a lot of these guys, for some of these dudes, they're class of 2018, they've been around the block. They know a little bit about this recruiting process. There's another face-off, won here by Leffingwell. There, South Lake Carroll, the distinctive Carroll green. Big number 258 bowling his way in. That was Luke McAdams. Gotta love the sleeveless look for McAdams today.
Yes, sir.
Really showing off the guns. The sun's not out, but
it's hot out there. I promise you that.
Oh yeah, it is very hot and sticky here this afternoon, as we've had rain all week. These games got moved around quite a bit, as that's number 155 there in red, having to retreat all the way back out. That was Jackson Rose of Lake Travis. See another guy with a Jesuit helmet there trying to make a play, but a nice save in there by Hayden Harris of Hillcrest. New man in goal for White. Now get a chance to look at William Moran of Jesuit, and the 2019 prospect already committed to Hofstra. So a rare guy out there today with a college commitment already under their belt.
Been watching him this week, and he's got really, really quick hands. Really great player, great IQ, loves the game, puts the work in, and I guess it's paid off. Committed to Hofstra.
It's number 27, Braden Roan of ESD. Another guy circled out by Coach Sprock of Jesuit. And a nice interception right there by number 254. That's Seth Demerson of the Woodlands, the long stick midi, trying to make something happen. And he's going to retreat back just a little bit before he was hit by another member of the white team. Lost possession, and here they come. It was Aiden Johnson, I believe. Number 167, another Jesuit Ranger playing on their home field here today. And now White going to slow it down. We got a 3-3 ball game here. Very competitive action. On the dodge, out top, number 27 had another nice shot. That was Braden Roan. And then on the deflection, finally going to be controlled in there by William Moran. Tell me what you know about Moran.
He's been a goalie ever since he started, and he's been working hard and really puts the time in. Oh, there's a nice shot by David Sprock from 12 yards, pin and top left. Get another goal for that red team, making the score 4-3. But back to Moran. Great player, really does put all the work in necessary, does lots of private skills during practice, asks questions, does what he can to improve his game in all aspects, not just in goal, but IQ, understanding the defense and the offense, so he can really know the game. And I think that's why he's been so successful as a player and as a goalie.
So let's say you're out there, you got a Jesuit Ranger next to you. You also got a Highland Park Scout. ESD out there. How much does those little rivalries? I mean, right now you got Andrew Stansel out there defending for William Moran. How much does that kind of thing come into play out here in this All-Star format? Obviously, some high intensity during the season, a lot of hatred, between those programs. But out here on a more friendly basis, how does that work?
Personally, when I was out here with all the Highland Park guys and ESD guys playing, I thought it was a blast because during the season we're headbutting each other the whole time. We get mad at each other, all the passion. But out here, you just get to have fun and play with kids you don't usually have to play with, and you get to play your own game. There's no formal sets or anything like that. You're just playing and having a good time, and I thought it was a blast.
This is Trey Hudland of Ronald Reagan. Now back out top, that's number 176 there in white. Or red, excuse me. A beautiful stop down there by Hayden Harris. And boy, a school like Hillcrest, they're not the kind of power that you see from a lot of these other teams, but this is a great opportunity for Hayden Harris to show what he's got with some of the best on the field. Nice ground ball here by red. There, number 29, Headland. Excuse me, that was 28, Jack Tabor of Jesuit. So Tabor now probing the white defense. And that shot going to go in behind. Picked up back there by Rose of Lake Travis. Evan Demerson, right there, number 199, picks up the ground ball. Demerson shot, scores over the right shoulder of Hayden Harris. And that will make it 5-3 white. Now, Blake, the other thing you could tell me here from playing in these All-Star games, how much are you really wanting to win this game? How much are you waking up this morning saying, I want a W in this All-Star game this afternoon?
Grabbing that W is always nice, but I think what's most important in these games is to put full effort and full focus for these two short halves and show really what you can do as a player and as a teammate. So it's not all about what you do with the ball. A lot of times it's what you do off the ball and your body language and stuff like that really stands out to a coach.
I think you make a really good point there. This is a story about baseball, but I remember talking with some college scouts for baseball, and they said, hey, we don't just watch in between the lines. We watch from the moment they get off that bus till the moment they get back on. Like you said, the body language, the way they carry themselves, as a professional. And these are the kind of opportunities you're going to get to see these kids all week. How do they work in the classroom? How do they work with others? How coachable are they? Can we spring different things on them and see them succeed? And definitely a great opportunity for a lot of these young men. Not just what they're doing with the ball in their hands, like you said. There's Andrew Stansel, number 221 of Highland Park defending. Stansel was a starter as a freshman for the Scots last year. He'll be entering his junior season next year. Also a football star, but outstanding offense right there. Beat good defense.
Slipped through three guys there.
And that was number 148, Garrett Mize, with his second goal of the game. Had a spectacular goal to open things up today, but that was just a great individual effort right there.
Absolutely. That's grit to push through those three guys and then get your hands free and finish that. That was pretty impressive.
It's still number 174 out there for the red team, Christian DeAngelis. We also had Cameron Reeves on the roster as a Fogo. I know him from Highland Park. Haven't seen Reeves yet today, so it's still DeAngelis and Leffingwell at it in the face-off X. And it's won by DeAngelis there, but Leffingwell able to recover. Nice interception there by the Fogo. Nearly taken down, but Leffingwell is going to advance this one all the way past midfield. So by hook or by crook, got the job done right there.
Absolutely, like we were talking about. He lost the face-off, but he didn't quit. He hustled back and got to the hole and got a possession for his team. I think that's exactly what we were talking about when it's not what you do with the ball in your hand, but the effort that you show, and what he was presented with a bad situation after losing the face-off and hustled his butt off to get in and won. I think that looks good.
Jack Tabor, big collision there, lost the ball. Who's going to win the race here? It'll be white ball. Boy, on the other end there, you had Moran in goal. I'm not sure who the other, I guess that was Highland Park able to get the clearance there, but a lot of Dallas boys combining on that last play, a couple Jesuit guys in particular. I believe it was actually number 212 with the clearance, David Sprock. So you had Moran with the save, Sprock with the clearance, and Tabor with the offensive chance there. So Jesuit well represented here today. And behind the net, looking out top. And nearly got kind of a garbage goal there, but Moran finally able to come out with it.
Ooh, that looks like a trip, yep.
Got to be a penalty in the middle of the field. Number 235 here in red, sprinting the other way, that's Peter Buell. And what's the call here?
I think it looked like they waved it off. I think they're just going to give Red the ball there.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me we're not actually going to put anybody in the box. We'll probably just sub them out if they make a penalty, which is, I like that way to go in an all-star format. Buell looking forward out in front. Lots of traffic in there. And finally, number 170 in white, Jonathan Taylor, 2019 prospect from St. Mark's. But he coughed it up. And then red team going to take advantage with the goal there. Number 239, Reagan Finney, able to score it. Finney out of Lakeland Christian.
I watched Reagan Finney catch a feed on the crease the other day and put it between his legs to score yesterday. It was pretty impressive.
So another one of those schools that doesn't have just a whole lot of participants out here, but Finney makes it 6-4. So continuing that very competitive atmosphere today. We got number 34 in white here, Jacob Cox, another guy showing off the guns this afternoon. If you got shoulders and biceps like that, you might as well show them. It wouldn't look as good as if I was running around out there sleeveless, but
we call it sun's out, guns out.
That's right. And Cox will quickly leave the field here as White able to take control. It's number 160, Connor Owen of Keller, initiating the offense there. Couple of men fresh into the lineup here for White. They get it back to the man from Keller. His shot, almost zero angle, nearly found a way in past Moran.
Great defense there by Stainsville to close that gap and force him to no angle.
And got number 67, Justin Maka, out of Pearland. And this is Maka charging in. His shot is saved by Moran.
Great save.
And Moran definitely looks the part there in goal here for Jesuit.
Moran's wearing long sleeves. I'm not sure how he's doing that. It's pretty hot out there.
Nice pass up ahead. This is Evan Demerson. Demerson, one of the few guys here today from Houston. And a couple of Jesuit men combining here. Very powerful shot saved there by Harris. Popped up in the air, and now he's got it back on the ground ball. Up ahead once again, there's your sleeveless Luke McAdams. And that shot is going to go wide. It's number 67, Maka, once again on the shot. 4:18 left in this one. It's a 2-goal lead right now. Beautiful pass out in front, and Moran able to get the stop once again. Boy, a really nice combination there between 148. That was Mize, and 27, Braden Roan. So Jesuit to ESD there, but give credit to Moran in net on the stop. On the dodge here, that's 135. Bajong. Ty Bajong from Lake Travis.
There's another
save by Moran. Well, he is committed, but I got to imagine a lot of other teams today watching him saying, we got to get in on that young man.
Oh, what a save.
Another great save by Hayden Harris. The goalie's really putting on a show in this one. I think all 4 goalies that have played in this game have really impressed. Nice outlet pass here. Here comes White the other way, looking to add to the lead. Big shot saved by Moran again. Maybe had a little help from the crossbar on that one. In behind once again, that one will find the 5-hole. Beautiful job right there by number 148, Garrett Mize. St. Mark's scoring on Jesuit right there, Blake. That's got to hurt just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but Garrett Mize is a good friend, great player, and I think that's his 3rd of the day.
It is. The hat trick there for Mize. And he makes it 6-5. So Mize doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. The upcoming senior for St. Mark's has 3 of the 5 goals for the white team. We've now got a 1-goal game here with 2:20 left. Another face-off controlled by the South Lake Carroll man, Luke Leffingwell. This is Connor Owen of Keller. And his pass was intercepted there by Andrew Stanzel of Highland Park. Stanzel, nice outlet pass up front. And here comes Red trying to add to their lead. And they do. Beautiful job. Not a whole lot of passing there, just a one-man show. As that was number 199 in red, Evan Demerson. So Demerson makes it 7-5 once again. Now, Blake, I talked earlier, the most important thing today, obviously, in a showcase game like this is how you're performing yourself and how the effort that you're putting out there. But you get down to 90 seconds left in a game like this, and the competitive juices start flowing a little bit, kind of like, you know, fourth quarter of the NBA All-Star Game. Those guys start taking this thing a little more seriously, right?
Absolutely. I think it's only natural. I mean, all these kids are talented athletes, and part of being an athlete, especially in the sport of lacrosse, is having that competitive nature and being able to really turn on the wheels towards the end and give all your effort to go out strong.
Let's see if we can have some fireworks here as Red leads this one 7-5. Another big face-off win there by Leffingwell. And he's got it over here. That is turned over, nearly turned over. Picked up once again there by Jack Tabor. And out of play in back. It will stay with Red. And that shot stopped down low. Another nice save there by Hayden Harris. And here comes White, trailing by 2 with 22 seconds left. Need to have a sense of urgency here at Jesuit High School. 15 seconds left in this one. It's David Anderson again there of Deer Creek. 3 seconds left in this one. 2, 1, and that will do it. Red is going to win this one 7-5, but Blake, as you know, a little bit less about who wins the game and who individually stood out in this one. Give us a rundown of some guys that you were impressed with out there today.
Absolutely. I'd have to say all 4 goalies for sure stood out and played great. I think that goes to show how far Jesuit lacrosse, not Jesuit lacrosse, EST lacrosse, Texas lacrosse in general has come. And it's pretty great to see that, but I have to say Garrett Mize from St. Mark's really had a showing today. Put up 3 goals, including the very first one of the day. I think he played great, and about all the players out here, all All-Stars, all been working so hard all week in this heat. I think they all deserve credit where credit is due, but I have to say Garrett Mize is my man of the match.
So he had 3 goals in this one, and White wins it 7-5. And Blake, as we're gonna pivot here as our producer Fred Garner lets us know we're going to be on camera here for the last shot of the weekend here at what was a great event, this T99 lacrosse showcase. Started earlier this week, and it was so much more than just the games out here. A lot of practice going on, a lot of scrimmages here and there. But Blake, your overall take on this event and what it means to these young men and these coaches.
I think this event is one of a kind, especially for Texas. I think it went smoothly this year. It was great. We had a little trouble with some weather, but we got it all packed up, rescheduled, and moved to Jesuit. I think it turned out wonderful, and I hope the coaches and players thought the same.
So, Blake Buell, really appreciate you jumping up with us here on short notice.
Of course, thank you so much for having me.
And for our producer, Fred Garner, for our cameraman, John Knoll, I am Miles Dunklin saying so long from Jesuit.